Hey there, happy every day. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below so I know it's the first time you are being exposed to Pajama Grandma. Today I have on my cute little teddy bear, gingerbread. I guess they're gingerbread boys. I thought they were teddy bears. Well, they're kind of teddy bear gingerbread boys with like kind of Santa hats, and they're red and white stripes. They look a little Christmassy. They're not super Christmassy, so I can still wear them. And they say share the love on them. And who doesn't want pajamas that say share the love? They have a bunch of other writing on them, but I have no idea how to read it without my magnifying glass. And even with my magnifying glass, I don't think that it's legible. I think it's just to look like a recipe or something for fun. Today is day 14 of our doing something, doing one thing every day that makes you happy. From the book, Do One Thing Every Day That Makes You Happy. And it's a little journal type book. And so for this entire year, every day this year, I'm going to hop online and we are going to do one thing a day together that makes us happy. One activity, one saying, one little quiz or checklist, whatever happens to be in this amazing little book, we're going to do one thing every day. Because last year I did one thing a day that stretched my comfort zone by scaring me. It was called Do One Thing a Day That Scares You. And this year I want to do one thing a day that makes me happy, because although I stretched the living daylights out of my comfort zone, I realized that I'd much rather focus on things that make me happy and bring me joy and get more of those than attract more things that scare me. Because doing the one thing a day that stretched my comfort zone, I, interestingly enough, found myself attracting more opportunities and more situations that could stretch my comfort zone. So I thought, well, if it works for scary things, then it's bound to work for happiness too. So why not do a year of happiness? So I invite you to come right along with me. And every day we will take a couple of minutes, not even a couple of minutes some days only just a couple of seconds, to see what the book has to say to help us have something outside of ourselves to stimulate our thinking in terms of happiness mode. Because there's a whole lot of stuff outside of us that stimulates our fear factors and scares us and makes us think about scarcity and mentality, because the word scarcity has scare in it, right? And I want to be looking for things that make me happy and joyful and feel grateful and appreciate the amazingness that this world has to offer. So today, day 14, is what I call the blank line days, the scary blank line days. It gives just a phrase and then a bunch of blank lines. And it offers us the opportunity to create our own joy, or to find our own activity, or to find our own motivation, usually from within ourselves, because that's where motivation comes from, to look for happiness in our life. So today it says, friends who multiplied my joy today. Friends who multiplied my joy today. Well, it's early in the morning, so I really haven't come in contact, although I have on social media chatted with a couple of people. I'm doing a women's summit, and I've already been in contact with a woman in Scotland who's part of the interview, and we're going back and forth to decide exactly when to do her interview. She's amazing, and I can't wait to talk to her and share all that she has to offer with the other amazing women that will participate in the summit. And then I just started listing off, okay, friends that I know I'm going to come in contact with today. So Joy, I'm doing an interview with another amazing woman from the United Kingdom about and for this women's summit early this afternoon. So I thought of her because I know I'm going to come in contact with her. Then I've got a mastermind group meeting this afternoon led by an amazing woman named Heather. And I know that that's going to bring me joy today. And then I put, of course, my kids, Bree, Jake, Mike, and Etta, my granddaughter, because they always bring me joy. And I usually talk to them every day, or in some way, shape, or form come in contact with them. And then I put my sisters and my mom and my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law. Then I put social media friends and people, because some of us work at home and work on our own in our pajamas, and we don't necessarily go out into the world physically every single day. Now, I used to, with my brick and mortar businesses, come in contact with all different types of people every single day. But now, the last year, oh geez, it's been almost 2 years since I have been doing things online, virtually in my home. So there'll be like a day or so where I might not leave the house. I might not go to the store. I might not go anywhere, because it's fun and cozy to stay home in my pajamas, right? So I look to social media contacts, because we have friends and people that we communicate with and engage with on social media. And they can bring us great happiness and great joy. They can also bring us great grief and a lot of pains in the butt, but that's our choice, right? we can attract what we want. We can attract the people we want to communicate with, and we can just ignore or unfriend. Basically, I just ignore people that don't make us feel good, don't bring us joy, don't bring us happiness. So people that we communicate with and interact with have the ability to bring us great happiness. And again, it's always our choice how we're going to react to anything. So make a list today of friends you come in contact with that multiplied your joy today, that made you feel better or happier for whatever reason. Maybe just a stranger that makes you smile, you know, man on the bus that made me smile. But just make a little list of those people that brought you joy, friends or acquaintances or just people you randomly meet, and see how that makes you feel. See how that ups your happiness factor for the day. That's it. Go out, make it a fantastic day. It's Awesome Monday. So in a little while, I'm going to do something that brings me joy and happiness. I go outside every Monday morning, and I don't know why I started doing it, because one of these days I'm going to fall down, but I spin around and I scream, I feel awesome. Mainly because it wakes up the neighbors, but it also wakes up me, and it just raises my whole level of energy and excitement and joy about starting a brand new week. Now, whether you define Monday as the beginning of a week or not, it's totally up to you. When you work from home, sometimes you even forget what day of the week it is. But every Monday, I love to yell, I feel awesome, because it's a trick I've used on myself for a really long time. And I noticed that I started to teach it to other people. How we say we feel, what we say after I am or I feel is exactly what we're going to create. So we can say, I feel fine, I feel crappy, I have a headache, I hate my job. But whatever we say after we're writing our own story and defining ourselves. So let's make sure we're saying something good after it. And that's why I like to go out and scream, I feel awesome. And then the spinning around part's just kind of fun. Reminds me of being a little kid. It gives me more energy. So go out, make it an awesome Monday. Be happy. Find people and friendships that make you happy. Make a note of them, because they are some of your greatest resources. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Be happy.